Well, we have been tailgating all season long on our Tailgate Thursday segments, and we have got Alyssa Orange joining us to chat football.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tailgating, how is that? What is
Yes,
that?
what is
How do
that?
you do that?
What's tailgate?
I don't
Today,
know
our
what that is.
tailgating segment is just about chatting about football. I think that's what a lot of folks do, right?
Yeah, you know what? I'm envious of all the people who tailgate. I have to tell you that
right?
I couldn't tell you the last time I did it. So
You work gate.
I do work gate.
Yeah,
it's
that's
fun.
what you do.
It's fun. I stop by our tailgate. I wave.
Yep.
And then
And
we
then
go
you
work.
continue to work.
And then we go work.
So let's talk about this game coming up. What are we thinking?
It's a big one for Arkansas. It's also a big one for Mississippi State. And I think when you looked at the schedule at the beginning of the season, you thought that this Mississippi State game was one that Arkansas could win. I think you thought that a couple weeks ago as
totally.
well.
Yeah.
The problem now is that Arkansas is still dealing with some issues. You've got Jaquindon Jackson, who is questionable. You have Rodney Hill, who is out in the backfield. And you're looking at your freshman Braylon Russell to pick up that slack there at the running back position along with Rashad Dubinion. So still trying to figure that out. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, Mississippi State.
They're coming on, aren't they?
Who has not won an SEC game yet, which is scary.
Right.
But playing opponents really, really well. And I think that's what a lot of people look at is, okay, you would think Arkansas would win this game on a piece of paper, but this Mississippi State team has their backs against the wall and nothing to lose. And over the last 10 years, Arkansas's won this game only 3 times.
Oh, wow. Did not know that.
Incredible.
That
I
includes-
looked that up this morning, and I was like, holy cow.
Dak Prescott years, maybe?
A
too?
little bit, but they could have won that game in
totally.
I think,
That was here?
2014 or 15 down in Starkville. That was crazy.
Starkville.
But even like when we were down there 2 years ago, KJ didn't play. They had Malik Hornsby and Cade Forden in there, and that game was just a blowout in favor of Mississippi State. And then last year up here, it was 7-3, and it was just probably the worst football game I think anyone has ever seen ever.
Yeah, it's hard.
So it's just one of those things where these two teams, just anything can happen, and I think some people are a little just nervous.
What does our team need to do to come away with the victory?
Oh, I just think you need to play clean football. When you look at what everyone says, don't put the football on the ground. Don't throw interceptions. Don't get it tipped at the 3-yard line so that LSU can run it in the very next play. I mean, those kind of things, when you take care of the football, that's how you win ball games. That's how they won against Tennessee. They just have to play clean. And I think on the defensive side against Mississippi State, we know that they love to throw the football, but they've got a freshman quarterback back there. You cannot let them beat you through the air, and you have to be able to disrupt it.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah.
I got to ask you about basketball season because
Let's
we're
do
just
it.
on the cusp of
Golly,
basketball.
man, it's crazy. We got that phone call of like, what are we doing for basketball? And I'm like, basketball?
I know. I know.
What do you mean, basketball? Yeah.
So what can we expect? I think the expectations are high in Fayetteville for the Razorbacks with John Calipari.
Oh my
what
gosh.
should we be expecting?
Man, and that's what's crazy is there's so much talent on this team, but we've seen so little of this team. I think the most we saw was during that tip-off tour in Hot Springs and in Pine Bluff, and Jacob was the only one who was there, so he saw the most. I've seen the tape, and so we don't really know what to expect from this team. We just know the talent that they have, and then obviously the expectation that John Calipari just immediately walks through the door with. And so it'll be fun. They are playing an exhibition game, a charity exhibition game now with Kansas, who's the #1 team in the country.
Huge.
No big deal on Friday.
No pig deal.
Yeah, right. On Friday at 8 o'clock at Bud Walton, and I think that's going to be the first thing, the first chance for us to see what they look like. And even Coach Callis said, like, it's probably not going to be pretty.
He has said
right,
that.
and it's probably going to be a blowout, but we really get to learn about this team and who we are. And so it'll be really
And he says setting them up for success later in the season. I feel like at the beginning we're still going to kind of learn.
Well, they're testing them early in the beginning, and that's what's been really fun. You have an exhibition game with Kansas, an exhibition game with TCU. Then you play Baylor in Dallas. Then you go to Kansas City on Thanksgiving and play Illinois. And oh, by the way, then you're going to go to Madison Square Garden and play Michigan.
It's exciting.
But the SEC season hasn't started yet, so no big deal.
Thanks for your insights, as always.
Anytime. Yeah, absolutely.